Two.
And welcome back to the LMS show. If you're watching on the cable, you saw Third World Earl and giving his tribute to the Godfather. I feel like a sex machine. Whoa, give it up, turn it loose. I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Open up the door, I get it myself. James Brown. Well, I like to compliment my crew who's working with me, Will and Raymond and my professor, the professor. Give them a big hand. And we have Butch observing today, okay? Give him a hand. And Viola in the house too, everybody. Give Viola a hand. Without no further ado, we're going to roll it right on with the LMS show. This young gentleman, coming to a theater near you, or coming to the ballroom near you. This man still got the power. He still got the funk. Man, God bless him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Otis Walls. Give him a... Otis, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm not complaining.
We've been running on YouTube and everything. You be getting reactions and everything like that?
I got quite a few. Man. We got a lot of fans out there.
Yes.
Not only in Brooklyn, but around the United States and also.
Yeah, and then also too, you've seen around the world too. 24 countries, folks. 24 plus, and keep counting. That's what the LMS show. That's what we're about, baby. No, not bragging about the LMS show. Bragging about yourself. How you been doing?
Doing pretty good. I'm getting ready to celebrate my 71st birthday.
Give him a big hand. Now you see this? You ever see him emceeing the show and making them dance moves? Oh, he is fantastic.
I had to do a couple of splits last night.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, okay. All right. Some people do a split and can't get up.
They want to do a split. They eat a banana split, though.
Yeah, banana. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a blessing being here on this.
I was watching a PBS. Well, not a PBS. Saw a DVD at a PBS show they had about Mr. Brown, and it was during the riots in 1968. You said that, after Dr. King was assassinated, you said that you have a story to tell on that one.
Oh, yeah. I was in the poverty program at that time in East New York. And we had a call from Thomas Jefferson High School, which is located in Pennsylvania Avenue, Blake Avenue, in East New York.
Okay.
The call was that we had a riot going on at that school because we had the kids went out there and tried to turn 3 buses over. We had the white kids that they got, because we figured they would have had a riot if we didn't get these kids out of the school. So what happened, they had 3 buses that they load these buses up for these kids to keep this riot from going on. So I was outreach supervisor at the particular time. So we had about 6 or 7 guys went over to stop this riot because they was trying to turn these 3 buses over. Because the white kids was in the buses, they're trying to get them out of there because, on account of when Martin Luther King got assassinated, there was a big hurrah going on at that particular time. So we was able to get those buses out of that neighborhood in 1968 when this happened. So that was one of the things that a lot of people didn't know what happened in that area at the time. So it was something that we care about what had happened to those kids leaving.
Yeah.
But after that, 68, the kids didn't come back to school. Only the teachers, the white teachers that came back to that school.
I remember during that time, they tore up Pickett Avenue.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
60, they tore it up like it had never been tore before. Yeah. Later on we would get in 77 when I had the Black Island, Utica Avenue. They tore that up. In Brooklyn, they tore that up completely.
Furniture and all that stuff.
Yeah, and the people, the stores open up, but you're paying for the insurance.
That's correct. That's right.
People don't realize that. Economics. I don't have a college degree, but I know economics. It gets filtered down to the next person.
Wow. Yeah. You had mentioned something about James Brown. If I'd like to say something about that.
Yes.
We were in line at that particular day at the Apollo Theater. We was outside, and we had a line around like 2 blocks around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
So what had happened, there was a young man coming down the street, which is, you probably know him, I MC for him, Black Velvet doing James Brown.
Yes, Black Velvet.
So he coming down the street and everybody almost run out of the neighborhood because they thought it was James Brown. He had dressed like James Brown, he had the fur.
Oh yes.
And he walking down the street and everybody just got frightened. So I said, Charles, how you doing? So he looked over there and said, oh, what's up? I said, where you going? He said, well, I'm going inside the Apollo and stick with James Brown family. I'm going to be sitting in the audience. I said, okay. So he walked over to me, and people looked kind of frightened because he had the looks and everything.
Wait, this is when he passed away, right?
Yes, this is when he was.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
There's a resurrection. Oh man.
Papa coming out, Papa walking down the street, huh?
They got a little frightened.
125th Street.
When I say Charles. So he came over to me and he started, and then everybody said, "Who is that?" I said, "That's James Brown Jr., Black Velvet." And then he said, "Wow, I feel good." And everybody cracked up. So he just went on down the street into the Apollo Bay. That was very an interesting thing.
But James Brown was quite a businessman.
Oh yes, definitely was. Yeah.
He took care of business. He didn't play around.
Yeah, he had his own radio station.
Yeah, I remember I was in Augusta. It was WRDW, James Brown Station. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Well, I'm proud I'm black. Sure, I don't know about anybody else. Everybody wants to change colors and do all kind of crazy blonde hair. I don't know what the hell is that about. I'm black and I'm proud. I learned when I was a little boy. You always learn. You said one thing you told. We're gonna talk further on another show. I don't want to sit back and give away all the goodies and then you can't come back no more. Briefly about you say you are your own mentor, and we're gonna explain that. What do you mean you are your own mentor?
Well, I was saying that I was my own role model and mentor because the things that I accomplished, I did it myself. I didn't have a father, a brother image, or either uncle image to really show me the direction when I was coming up. I came up in South Carolina, but I was raised up in parts of Savannah, Georgia. And mostly I was shying shoes during the summer and sell newspaper on Sundays. But during the summer, I also would go pick cotton in South Carolina from Savannah. So I did that from sunup to sundown until I got 19 years old. So all the things that I accomplished and the thing that I did was mostly on myself.
But one thing I think is so important nowadays too, our work ethic.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because I just reading an article on one of the politicios who used to sell baloney. Sit back here and say that black guys are lazy.
Yeah, lazy.
Lazy. Well, you got a few of them. I don't know where I don't know what part he's looking at. But you have a lot of hard-working black men, and like yourself, and you are a role model for the community.
There was something that I wanted to let the audience know that when you lose someone or you had a tragedy or disaster in your life, you have to be strong to go on because they need you out there. You need yourself, and you need to continue on to accomplish what you got to do.
Yes.
So at the age of 12, I was in Savannah. And the kerosene heater exploded. I had two brothers, 1 and 2 years old, and I was 12 babysitting, and I didn't know anything about this kerosene heater, so they exploded, and I lost both of those brothers. And I was able to escape out of this fire, but the whole block had burned down. Everybody got out except us. So I'm the only one that survived, the fire for my two brothers. So this gives me a lot of strength to really go on and do things I have to do to help other people, So I'm motivational speaking to kids in public school and junior high school. Speaking to that, you can be able to accomplish yourself even if you come from a broken home. I didn't have a father in your life or whatever.
Like nowadays, I don't want to sound like the conservative talk show hosts.
Yes.
Some of these liberals sit back and say, "Oh, well, you need this and you need that and this." Sometimes how much some conservative talk show talk like that. Sometimes they had to agree with them a little bit. Because sometimes you can have two parents in the house and they both could be brain dead.
That's right.
And you could have one strong one.
That's right. You're correct.
I agree with them on everything, but this is, you say you're your own mentor.
Yes, because there was the fighting and the drinking on the weekend, and I had to stay around to the main
You say you
piece.
never smoked, you never drank. Huh?
Never drank, never got high, never took drugs or anything. And I don't use foul language. Although I'm a spiritual person, I'm not really that church person going, but I never did
You
like
don't have to occupy somebody pew on Sunday, right?
right.
Give them all your money.
Oh, now watch it now. Reverend is in the house.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, but it's true. No, you could still be a person who's given something to the world.
That's correct.
And the only thing you would leave behind when you leave here is a legacy. What did you do while you're here?
That's right.
Did you hang out? Did you hang out on the corner of Amsterdam and 155th Street? Or what did you do?
Right.
Some people sometimes they said it had to be makeup. They say, I never get. I'm gonna read this ad over there too. I was in Amsterdam. I read one day, and they had this guy, and they said, oh, he did this and he did that, this, that, other. And you know, I looked through it. I said, you know, there's a lot. This is like holes like Swiss cheese. This guy didn't do nothing.
Right.
You know, he didn't do the whole thing. And you could hold. I don't care. They can put a hole in Swiss cheese. He didn't do anything. But you must do something. You must leave some kind of legacy behind.
Yeah, I'm blessed that I continue on to do what I'm doing for a long time. Yeah.
On that note, I'd like to thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Yes.
It's always a pleasure. And we got to talk about that mental thing. Come back, okay?
It'd be a pleasure to come back. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Otis Walls. We'll be right back.